I need to introduce Peter on this story without being sarcastic in any way. I honestly don't know how I'm going to do it. So he's going to talk about tracking software that is revealing the location of Israeli officials at secret bases on today's Not So Critical update.
So I am now these days a security professional. I think I can confidently say that. And sometimes I kind of wish I was a criminal, because this is kind of clever the way that they're doing this. Strava, if you're not familiar with it, I think it's bigger in the US. It's kind of like a fitness tracking app, and you can upload your runs and your stuff like this, how your workouts and stuff. And there was a flaw that, well, the headline is Strava app flaw reveals runs of Israeli officials at secret bases. So the way it worked is Strava has an app where you can compare your runs with other people. So if you upload a route that you've been on and a particular runtime, then you can see what other routes were other people in the same area have. You can compare yourself to their runs and their routes and times and all that kind of stuff. So what someone did was they uploaded, this is actually an organization called Fake Reporter. They uploaded fake runs with 0 minutes on them, but all around sensitive areas in Israel. And they were given by the app other people's routes. And it showed them very clear outlines in some places of what must be military bases. And it's kind of sneaky and cool and dangerous and frightening, but also cool. And yeah.
So here we talked before, and I'm just going to open these live. We'll see what happens. Maybe the article's not even still here. So this was a story that came out kind of towards the beginning of the Russian invasion of Ukraine. And this is showing mobile network activity of Russian troops to kind of like be able to spy on where they are. But this is the one that came to mind. And this is where my sarcasm was going to come into play, that Peter somehow is still surprised that these things are happening. So the other story that came up, this is from January 29th of 2010. Essentially exactly the same story, except instead of Israeli officials, it's U.S. military bases, I think in the Middle East at the time. Yeah. But this is what Strava does. This is the purpose of Strava, is to track people's activity, publish it online, and put it up there for review. There's no controversy here.
But as a civilian, right, as a civilian who likes sharing things with my group of friends, let's say, Strava is a perfect app. I go on a run. I know my friend goes on the same run, and we can share.
Do you use Strava?
No.
We should follow each other. Oh, I use it every day. I mapped my activities 4 times this week.
It's cool. Wow. It is cool.
I think it's a great idea for a social media platform. It's kind of a spin on fitness. But this is exactly why security and cybersecurity of different governments and militaries need to kind of step up their game. So I had many friends while I lived in Israel. I had many friends who were either serving or had served. And if I recall correctly, you're actually not supposed to bring your smartphone with you to your base.
You mean you shouldn't carry a GPS tracked hot mic live camera device with you onto a secure military installation? Man.
Well, I carry a hot mic with me wherever I go.
Oh, God, fuck. But right tomato, right? Because it's like they are going to anyway, and it's very difficult to enforce something like this. Like that would mean you would need to check.
Yeah, so blame the software provider that people can't follow basic operational security
base. What do you mean it's difficult to enforce stuff like this?
But that's exactly who to blame. Like it's the person making that run who's an official or just, a lower level soldier,
Is it?
and
I don't know.
they know
I don't know.
this has been drilled into their heads that you shouldn't be bringing this stuff, and you did anyway. So this is not a fault of Strava. I think that the app is kind of creepy, but obviously it has a use case and people are
Except for the
enjoying
creepy
it.
part, I totally
think-
agree. We're going to end the show right there. Thanks for watching.
The onus definitely falls on I don't even think it's the Israeli military or 10 years ago, 12 years ago, the US military. It is on the soldier to not bring their fucking phone.
I think this is. Sorry, Mike. You look like you were trying to say
I was
something.
just going to correct that I misstated because of their tiny little font and my bad old man eyes. The previous story was actually from 2018, not from 2010.
Oh, okay.
Even longer
So,
ago.
4 years ago.
They have form. I was going to say this kind of. I can think of situations in real life where this kind of stuff happens anyway. Like I don't know. Guys getting caught out cheating on their girlfriends, saying, "Oh, I was at such and such a place," and then they're like, "You accidentally let slip." Not me. I've never done that, but it accidentally comes out that they were with a certain person at a certain time, and then the partner says, "Oh, hang on, I thought you said you were in such and such a place."
So you shouldn't check in on Facebook at the bar where you're meeting your mistress.
But also, this happens all the time when partners have each other's phones linked for iOS to find your phone, and they can see. They do the Find My Phone, and they're like, "Wait, why is he at some random house across town when he said he was going bowling?"
Why is Sophie at Ben's house? I thought she was out on holiday this week.
Right.
Yeah, but I was trying to avoid an actual what do we call it? Like linking it with online stuff. The thing that sprung to mind was Santa Claus and getting caught out by kids who were like, "Oh, I didn't think you were awake at that time of night." You're like, "Oh my god, I was watching this movie," and then the kid finds out what time the movie was on, and then the parents had claimed to be asleep, and Santa was the guy who put the presents there. I don't know why this came into my head, but it seems like the kind of inadvertent information disclosure that lets you conclude in a kind of when you put the pieces together. Oh shit! Hang on, they're lying. So I don't know. Similar kind of thing happens in real life, and I don't think it's really avoidable on a technological level. So I don't actually blame the tracking people in this case. Although I do think that
ISO.
In this case, I do think that location tracking by default is a kind of an evil thing.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Cool. When did this happen that you discovered that there was no Santa Claus, Peter?
I stayed up all night and I caught my dad going into my room with a bag of. I didn't reveal it to him at the time, but
he must have been heartbroken.
I was not heartbroken because I kind of figured it out already. I just thought,
it was suspicious.
I was suspicious for quite some time. I was like, hang on, this doesn't. We don't even have a chimney. There must be some that was definitely.
My grandma used to have us leave. In Sweden, Santa Claus is a gnome, and he's not the traditional Santa that, just like we don't celebrate Christmas, we celebrate Yule. And my grandmother would leave porridge and a glass of milk for
porridge.
Santa.
God, wow, that just seems stingy.
Like, that's just what you do. That's just where you'd leave them.
Right.
I don't remember.
Did you ever get any coal?
Oh, no. Did you, Peter? Is that what your dad was sneaking into your room?
I did. My dad did us one time, wrapped up in he used to do this thing where he would. I now see how clearly this was a distraction technique, but he would wrap one present in like layers and layers of like this much sellotape, just round and round and round and round and round, and put underneath it no scissors. And it was a challenge to open it without the scissors. You have to find the end and pick it open and unwrap it. And it would be half an hour of bliss for them on a Christmas day. So,
sure, quiet.
I gave my sister a massive, massive box as a present, and inside I had taped a giant rock
Oh,
You know,
you
this big.
bastard.
Yeah, I like
That
that.
it wouldn't move around, and it really felt like it was that heavy.
Oh, dear.
But
Yeah.
I also put an empty toilet paper roll inside with some money inside of the roll.
Oh, well, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
So it's
makes
kind of
sense.
like a
Swings around
roller
about.
coaster. Yeah.
Wait, hang on.
What?
You gave your sister money for Christmas? Isn't that a bit
Yeah.
of a cop out? I mean, okay, well, fair enough, but
No, because it was all part of the joke.
yeah, okay,
You know,
that's
it's
fair.
a roller coaster
Good one.
ride. You think it's big, you get excited, you open it's a rock, you let down, you see the toilet paper roll, money, you're back to excited.
A roller coaster.
But it was fake
I
money.
like it. I'm going to try that.
But it was fake money, and
Yeah.
inside of the fake money was a note where you could go put a code into a lock at a
Bitcoin
PO
wallet
box,
address.
and inside of that,
Oh shit! I checked. There we
John
go.
didn't do it. You were lining up.
I didn't say it.
that was Peter. Change his name. Get it out. Get it out. Out of here.
Oh dear.
Have
We
to-
have
have to
gotten away
arm
with
it.
not very many crypto references this week. It's all just been about just how reality doesn't seem real anymore.
Yeah.
Oh
It's
my
all a
God.
simulation, baby.
Like and subscribe. Like, so it's subscribing is cool. Subscribe, cool. But like the video, turn on the notifications so that you'll watch it when it comes out, because those early watches, especially, super helpful to the growth of the channel. And come join us on Discord. Links in the description. We have some interesting chats there. We have like a PrivSec memes channel. That's fun. I have a whole folder of PrivSec memes on my computer so that I can drop them in periodically. I should put one up tonight. I'll go put one up now. All right. Thanks for watching.